Okay, inside a leftist gun group? What do we got here, guys?
Guns are intensely political.
America!
White-dominated, right-wing firearms apparatus. It doesn't make them feel safer for us to have guns.
Why do you think they think you're radical?
Because he looks like this. Yeah, and I look like this.
You just saying the quiet part out loud.
Creates a different balance of power.
All right, let's see what's up. Little
Gun
2A
sales
for
in
everyone.
America reached record highs at the beginning of the pandemic and have continued after ongoing political and racial violence across the country has led more Americans to question their own safety. For Brute, I'm taking you to Houston, Texas to meet up with Flight Risk, the founder of Arm Your Friends, a growing leftist and BIPOC gun organization that is training underserved communities how to use firearms.
All right, we're going to write that down. We're going to write that down and see. We're going to look at it after this video. Flight Risk. All right, we're writing it down. I should have put the pad over by me, but we're gonna check that out after because we want to see what's going on here.
One reason why most of our team, we go by call signs on the internet and we made up our goofy nicknames is because most of us have careers that aren't related to firearms or self-defense or anything political at all. We have to make sure that we're at least a little bit insulated and that our identities are protected just to, keep our loved ones safe, keep our places of work, out of all this. Because what seems normal to
really
us,
need to see that
simply
ear hair.
being like a person of color, the
Yeah,
ways that
my
you
own.
choose to interact with the world is inherently political. Much better. No, I'm toast if anyone related to my job sees this. I need to be careful because everything that we say is on the record.
That's right, always.
Remember, stay in flight, be gay, do crimes. It's the
All
motto.
right.
Got the Arm Your Friends Medusa head patch on the kit, as well as the Clan Buster
Ghostbusters.
patch. Just so
Clan
people know
Buster
what I'm
patch.
about. Y'all ready to roll?
Nice.
What you see there is a Punisher skull in the American flag.
The fuck, this is a pet peeve of mine, guys. All right. The fucking Punisher hated cops. He was not a right winger. He was not a fucking bootlicker. The Punisher fucking hated cops. And the fact that that's been co-opted as this cop symbol is absolutely, positively crazy as fuck to me.
Which is kind of a symbol of, I guess, right-wing militancy. Of course, any symbol means a lot of things to a lot of people, but it's kind of been co-opted as a right-wing symbol. Oh, nice. We like to talk about ourselves as being the future of the gun culture. I thought Arm Your Friends would be a good way to really serve as a bridge for everyone who is turned off by the ultra right-leaning, super Republican, NRA-dominated conversation about
Sure.
firearms.
Academy Sport Goods.
Look at this guy, he's so cute. It's like a big dog.
We're out here at the shooting range and they're just getting started with their training. Flight said the owner told them that yesterday they got 2 calls telling them not to let Arm Your Friends train here because they were too radical and that they were extremists.
Told me about it
Interesting.
today, saying, hey, y'all better go watch your backs. There's some people trying to cancel your events. Knowing that we live in people's heads, rent-free, you get to live there.
Yeah,
the more
buddy.
people
for
react
you.
to what you're doing, it means you're having an impact, and you're inspiring people to care about what you're
All
doing
right.
one way or the other.
Why do you think they think you're radical?
I feel like,
Because he looks like this.
yeah,
And I look like this.
We're gonna.
Exactly right.
I feel like people are afraid of what they don't understand.
Exactly
And
right.
we target people who the firearms industry, community, world is trying to keep out. So when we're removing those barriers, we're like changing what their world looks like.
And suddenly that's a problem.
Like more black people getting involved, more Asian people getting involved, Hispanics, Latinos, people with like leftist center political views,
Yep.
people who just view current issues differently than the monolith of the firearms industry. And our mission of like bringing those people in, like if that's extreme to you,
Dude, this is why gun control was created in the first place, or for people that look like my new friend here, right there, right? Because the Black Panthers showed up in the 60s to the capital of California, Sacramento, and they showed up armed to talk about, they had some issues they wanted to talk about, and the governor at the time, Ronald Reagan, may he rest in hell, he absolutely, along with all them old white men, were scared to death of people of color with guns coming to the forefront, and they passed gun control. And so you 2A people out there that want to know the origins of gun control, it was scared white people, scared of the Black Panthers having firearms out in public, and basically what was we just I guess we just call it open carry situation. Those are fact.
you're not ready for the future, because this is what the future looks like.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because people like this have always existed, and they've wanted to become trained, take charge of their self-defense, but the industry has left them out of the conversation.
Right.
And suddenly now we want to provide a space for them to be a part of that. Suddenly that's a problem somehow.
Yeah.
Why is that a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, a problem we have had in the past is there's been calls to report the firearms that we own legally as stolen to try to get us in trouble with law enforcement. So we tried our best to not show our gun serial numbers so that apples on the internet don't mark it as stolen or report it as stolen.
Yeah. Interesting. These guys got their shit
Safety is going to
together.
be priority number one here. We are doing some janky hood rat stuff out here today. So we'll make sure that no one leaves with any holes that they did not arrive with. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right, eyes and ears, everyone. Eyes and ears. You on the fourth one?
Yes, sir.
Five. Send them.
I bought my first firearm 3 years ago. I realized I wanted to, be in control of my own self-defense and make sure I could protect myself. We came up with the idea of turning it into a group
Man, these guys are
during
fucking
the protest
stacked with
during the
shit.
summer of 2020. George Floyd being from Houston had a huge turnout.
Armor
for
friends, we're gonna write
his
that down
memorial
too.
protests and celebrations of life here in the city. But where you saw HPD come out the strongest was with rubber bullets, crowd control,
Yep.
getting people off the street with horses. And that was like a really radicalizing moment for Armored Friends. You have no power to tell them to do anything, yet their badges will say to protect and serve you. But it's really protect and serve who?
Are you carrying right now?
No. I'm not carrying right now because I don't want trouble with the police. It's not worth it on a Sunday. But I will be carrying as soon as this interview's over.
Flight risk is open to
Smart
some
guy.
gun regulations, but he believes that people have the right to defend themselves. He feels that there will always be guns in America, and so for him, that means buying guns and learning to use them is the safer bet.
It takes a lot of balls to walk around.
Are we
with
more
the
safe
color of the
with
handgun?
more people being armed?
Yes. So we're more safe with more people being armed because it creates a different balance of power. So the conversation about firearms will never be a conversation of should there be guns. The debate that we have about gun control is who will have the guns.
Right.
If you have enough money, all this stuff becomes available to you. So the government, rich people, the elites will always have guns.
Yep.
The right of self-defense is something that should be expanded to people, everyday people, working class people.
Does that have a safety at all? No.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To be honest, before 2020, I was pretty much anti-gun. You know, every time there's like a school shooting or something, I'm like, oh man, what if we like just didn't have guns
Right.
at all in this country? I kind of like turned around on that. I thought that, you know, there's always going to be somebody out there that's armed, and it would be good to also be armed.
That's me right there. I grew up with guns, had them in my life my whole life. At some point, I put them away. And I was pretty anti-gun for a long time because of all the violence that we, honestly, that we experience in our society. And then over time, what has happened is I've kind of come full circle around and realizing that, you know, and understanding that, one, they're not going to take, they don't want to take the guns away. That whole myth about they're coming for our guns, that's bullshit. If they wanted to take our guns, they would have taken them by now. We've had 200 mass shootings this year alone, and there's no real gun legislation being proposed. The United States of America is a fucking arms dealer. Let's just face facts. It is an arms dealer to the world, where you're not taking guns away from anybody. We talk about it. The left talks about it. And the liberals on the left talk about it because they talk and they just want to, it makes them feel good to talk about it because they're panicked and they don't know what to do and they're scared, and so they talk about it. And it gets the people on the right completely worked up and thinking that their rights are going to be taken away from them. And what happens is us as a society, we're so caught up in that fucking fantasy of this thing that's never going to happen. We don't deal with the real substantive issues that are going on in our country. They just keep us at each other's throats. So at some point, I mean, I've come back to full circle all the way around to the fact that I don't want to be the only person standing in a gunfight with a fucking knife in my hand, you know? And that's just the reality of America in 2023 at this point. It's sad, but it's absolutely true. So I totally get that guy and what he's talking about.
One miss!
Hey, 3 hits is still progress.
Let me get one more run. No.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You suck. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Since January 6th, I kind of had an increased interest in finding out like where the right wing is going in the country.
I love when they did that shit. That was my favorite TV show ever.
Project Cerberus was started to
Fucking
document
knuckleheads.
and store information and publicly accessible data about far right-wing and right-wing
It
hate
still
groups
makes me
so that
laugh.
we can let members of our community and aligned groups.
That was the worst insurrection ever. Oh, fuck. I wish they would do it again. I love that shit.
Who's out there, know the language that they're using, and know what they're doing. This is a picture that was publicly posted on their Instagram account. This patch is what's called a Totenkopf, which is the actual symbol of the 3rd Panzer Division of the SS. So these are Nazi special forces soldiers from World War II. That's the symbol they used, being worn on and publicly displayed on people who claim to be active duty law enforcement, active duty special operations, and these people are out in the world providing training to
You bet they are.
They try to defend themselves and say that, oh, it's not a Nazi symbol, but
The ones
it's important
that burn
to understand that when you
crosses
catch people doing right-wing
are
things,
the ones that work
they
forces.
will find a way to massage it. But if you go
The
Google
ones that
Totenkopf
burn
yourself, you can be the
crosses
judge of what that symbol is.
are the ones who work forces.
Seeing other groups doing stuff like this, it's a reminder that history's not over. And all I know is that I don't want to face it alone. So
I'm gonna check
there are
your group
people
out,
who
brother.
think like that, who feel like that, who would think of me in this way. I just want to make sure that I'm backing up my friends, I'm making my friends safer, and that they're making me safer.
I like it.
Yo.
Yo, what's up, my boy?
No, I was wondering if you were still good for this shit.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna be a little late because I'm about to dip right now. I'll be there, bro.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'll be there soon, and I'll just see you when you get in.
All right. The Liberty.
Bro, it's like you're pulling on me over. This is always Hammy.
Actually, I'm not gonna name this one because this is my beginner rifle.
Yeah.
Still, because I feel like I just like to learn on a beginner rifle. But my next one, gonna get it like silver chromed out. I'll give that one a name.
Silver chromed out.
To make sure that the slide goes forward, we're gonna push down on this mechanism here with our thumbs. So push, yeah, that's how you lock the slide forward. You're gonna keep your hand pushed all the way up into this lip here.
Right.
And to get around into the chamber, you'll pull back on the optic. So release that again, like here. Cool.
Good man.
Nice, dude, you got the hang of it.
Oh,
Nice.
Man. Appreciate it, dog.
Look at this, education.
Easy.
I want to see
They
more
always
of this.
smile right after, like, wait a minute. It's crazy, right? It's like typing a key.
This was like the first time I've gone to a range and like not had a second thought, but like I'm trans, so I was a girl until 6 months ago. I was a brown girl in Texas trying to go to a gun range.
It's knowing that there are other people who are capable of ensuring your safety with you in a broader sense. Exactly. Someone's following you home. Someone's road raging behind you, following you home.
Right.
Instead of stopping, instead of panicking, you drive to the nearest person in your network and they have your back.
These guys are smart.
That's what like makes you safer. Even
I
on
love
days
seeing
where
this shit. These
you're not
people
carrying,
take
you don't
care
feel
of
like
each other.
carrying. You're going to some place where
I love this.
It's just not right to carry.
A lot of trans women were being murdered in 2020, and the number is even higher this year. When someone is at a bar and hitting on them, but you feel like it's really uncomfortable and they're probably picking up on the fact that you're trans, you call me before something gets bad. Because you can't call the cops at that point, because what are you calling them for? I think this guy's gonna get violent when he realizes that I have a penis. Like, that's a conversation that cops don't want to have either.
Right.
You know, like that's something that they get incredibly uncomfortable by. That's something that they could hurt someone for.
This is something that I actually do need to learn about. You know, it's like we're getting.
I fucking love these. These people need. These people are getting together to take care of themselves, and that's what we all need to do. I love the fact that they're getting together to take care of themselves, take care of their community. They're establishing and building their own community, and they're taking care of themselves. And that is the way God intended it to be. Jesus, people. That's the way God intended it to be.
Stage in life where it's like I want to be safer, I want to be able to protect my friends, I want to be able to have some knowledge where I can use these skills if I need to, if that situation arises. So, yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Good documentary.
This was a great experience. Thank you for having me out here, man. It means a lot to me. Yeah.
We're gonna get this locked in. Get some rest.
Yeah.
Please.
For sure.
Everything
We're
else.
going the same way.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to see you again.
Bye.
We don't make lightly of the ability to, injure other people.
Right.
We don't talk about life as if it has no meaning. We always remind people that it should be a last line of defense.
Pretty
It's
serious
such, like, a somber
organization.
decision.
We're going to look it up. All right, guys.